Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. Distant visitor, I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. Ah, distinctly I remember. It was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember grew its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly, I wished the morrow. Vainly, I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless, here forevermore.
And the silky and sad uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, this some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Hesitating then no longer, Sir, said I, or Madam, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is, I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there, and nothing more.
Deep into that darkness, peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming, dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the darkness gave no token. And the only word there spoken was the whispered word, Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard the tapping, somewhat louder than before. Surely, said I, surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what the rat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. Tis the wind, and nothing more. Open here I flagged the shutter, when, with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped the stately raven of the saintly days of yore.
Then this heavenly bird beguiling my sad fancy in smiling,
Not a list of business
by
made
the
he,
grave and sturdy current
not a
of the
minute
countenance
stop or
of
stayed
woe.
he, but
Thought,
with mien of lord
thy
or
crisp shoulders
lady,
unshaven to
perch
as
above
it
my chamber.
art should not graven. Ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore, tell me what thy lordly name is on this night Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore.
Much I marvel this ungainly fool to hear discourse blandly. Thought it sounds a little meaning, little relevancy war, for we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing birth above his chamber door, birth or beast above the sculpture, bust above his chamber door, with such a name as Nevermore.
Prophet, said I, think of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that been above us. By that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if, within the distance haven, it shall clasp safe maiden, whom the angels name Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Leave my loneliness unbroken, quit the bust above my door, take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven never flitting, still sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door. His eyes have all the seeming of a demon that is dreaming, and the lamplight over him is streaming, throw his shadow on the floor. And my soul, from out the shadow that lies floating on the floor, shall be lifted nevermore.